Alright guys, today is the day the motor is going in. That explains this mess here. This is my first time doing this, not doing a motor pull, but completely rebuilding the motor and putting it in. And a little nervous right now. Don't worry, the other fingers behind the camera are crossed. So we're gonna put in, I think we're gonna pressurize, Matt, we're gonna pressurize the oil right now, right?
Yeah.
So we got a nifty tool Matt bought, and he's graciously loaning me, that we can pressurize the oil in the car, so that way we can push oil through the whole system, and that way we actually have oil everywhere. On top of assembly lube and like the bearing ports, will have oil basically like the car was already running, so it won't start dry. So having one of those would be great for engine life and first startup of this car. Yeah, that was dangling in there already. I think it's an OBD2 component, and since it's OBD1 now, we don't use it.
Okay, where did this go now?
So we got the fittings we're adapting in. It's super tight with the supercharger, so that makes it fun.
Yeah, but we like her nice and tight. Gotta get the product.
Yeah, gotta get the product placement in so that everyone in the comments can roast me for putting. Zinc doesn't even do anything to your motor, bro.
We're gonna do about 3 quarts of this.
So is this Brotella or is it some other brand? The world may never know.
Yeah.
Alright, we got the trans kind of in, but the motor's in. And now this car doesn't have an empty hole like I do right now in my heart. Anyway, beyond that, we're just trying to get the trans to line up because this never goes smooth. If this goes smooth for someone, I'd like to know who you are and how. Please. Alright guys, we got the trans in, popped in super nicely. We're just kind of buttoning up the little things now. Kind of getting the harness all set up, mounts all done. Yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together. Does anyone know what head these are, by the way? Someone can comment that'd be nice. Pull the wrap off of them. I have no idea what they are. But we're getting close. We got fuel. Yeah, we're getting close. Alrighty, fellas. It's the next day. We just ran out of sunlight, and it's still at that time in Utah where once the sun goes down, it's freezing cold, and the car's stuck outside. And the garage is absolutely a mess. So let's get to it. We're going to repressurize the oil system just for safety, you know, because what was the whole point of doing that? But yeah, trans is in, motor is in. I'm by myself right now, but we'll have some backup shortly. And let's get to it. Let's get this thing cranking. So one thing that I couldn't figure out for quite a bit was the PCV hose that's on that oil air separator. Goes to a nipple underneath the supercharger. You can't see it, and I don't think I can get my camera in there visibly. Then, this is a 98 model. This is the canister purge valve, one of the hoses. So 2 hoses go to it, 1 leaves. This one was supposed to go to the throttle body somewhere, I think originally. And I found an old Jackson Racing supercharger instruction manual. Super helpful. I'm actually going to link it if anyone needs it. I don't think there's a lot of info out except for that. But it's supposed to be teed into that system, so I don't think it was even like that before. So we're finding a lot of fixes and getting this car finally dialed in properly. So, all right, quick status update. It's raining, and it's not. The reason it's not in the garage is because usually the 300ZX stays here on bad weather days, mostly snowy days. And we kind of kicked it out for the final steps of this process, and then we got set back. So we're working on it now. It's not in a position to move easily. So we're just kind of working through the rain, I guess. Kind of sucks to suck, right? I guess this is how you Seattle people deal with working on cars when you don't have a garage. So we got a lot of parts back into the car. Harness is in and plugged in. All the hoses are routed. We haven't done coolant hoses yet. We're doing spark plugs right now, so let's go over here real quick in this mess. This is such a mess. I can't wait to clean this garage up. We got all the new spark plugs ready. These have been gapped to 28 thousandths. So that's what a lot of people recommend for this from a lot of stuff I was reading. I'm not sure if I said this in another video, but the last guy put in a 5 heat range in here, and like these aren't even gapped, they're like at 40 to 50 thou. These are at 28 now, and these are actually a 7 heat range. And what's funny is factory is a 6 heat range, and 7's a step colder, but 5 is 2 steps hotter than what's recommended and 1 step hotter than what OEM is. So I have no idea why those are in there, but that is definitely going to cause some issues. So we're just doing this, and then we're going to put some oil in the valve train, hook up the battery, and potentially cry a lot, depending on what happens. All right, guys, we're getting really close. We're gonna fill the trans just in case someone puts in a gear and there's no fluid. There's no fluid in right now, so we want fluid in there. We're going to top off the oil. I'm gonna take the valve cover off. That way the cams get some oil on them. We're gonna pull the fuel pump relay. We're gonna crank, just get some more oil flow, and then we're gonna fire up. So I'm nervous because this is the first time I've done this, rebuilt an engine. Not as a like taking it on myself, because I've shadowed people, but this is totally different. So yeah, I'm nervous. Something else, I can't remember what it is.
Here's your extra bottle, Bazim. I'm gonna put it in.
All right, guys, we're about to start up. We're just checking little things, like this right here. That's really close. It's not touching though, so that's good. But it's definitely something to consider. We're just making sure everything's tight, good to go. I'm nervous. It's raining. Yeah, I filled up the oil. We're gonna crank it without the fuel pump relay in. That way it doesn't fire up. We're just gonna crank it and build some oil pressure just to be double cautious. And then go from there. Okay, so let's get to it. Oh. All right, guys, we're gonna crank it a little bit. Ah. Okay. Ah! I hate this. Now, that means in the combustion chamber.
Give a fire extinguisher. Oh, life. Life again.
Exhaust. I felt that on my foot.
Okay. You want me to
so close.
Your friends are doomed.
It's running. I don't hear any knocking. I don't hear any knocking. It's loud, but I didn't hear any knocking from the engine. That is really loud without the exhaust on.
Holy crap.
Like, I thought my car, my Z was loud without the exhaust on, but that takes the cake easily. Whew.
It really sounds like a riding lawnmower in this
Yeah,
video.
it does. It sounds like one. Well, there we have it. So thanks for watching these videos, guys. We got it fired up. It idles pretty good. Like, it actually struggled to idle at first. I think after fixing all the bad wiring issues and stuff like that, it actually has a good cold idle. Like before, it idled like 800 RPM cold and like struggle. That was a healthy cold start right there. So that just like really like fills me with confidence for this car now. So we got to fill it with coolant, put some little things back on, but we're there. We got it. Fix the exhaust because that sounds nasty. It's literally header, then the little section that goes to the cat back, but that's it. So it's literally dumping right out under the supercharger. So it's good. That's good. Anyway, guys, it's been a long journey with this car, but we got it started. We're going to button some things up, break in the motor, and get it tuned. Anyway, I thank you guys for watching, and I thank you guys for helping.